Now you're live.
Can you see all of us?
Mm-hmm.
In turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, get to that computer. 3, 2, 1. All power to the people. It's the Bro Listen Podcast. The Black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Cedric Owens, Bria Ward, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh, listen. Bruh Nation, what's up? Back at it again.
Hey.
Bro Listen Podcast, episode number 37, according to Bria. Bitch. Stephanie, look up what episode this is real quick.
I'm pretty sure.
You ain't say it because you was too busy looking at it. It's 39?
Number
Episode number 39. So if you're on Facebook right now, I say 37. That's completely wrong. That's because Bria don't let her be here.
I don't think it's can't be
Shit, right. That's horrible. Oh my God, Bria.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. So if you're on the Facebook, actually, you'd be on the YouTube right now. That's wrong. We're going to have to retitle that. Now we're going to have 2 episodes. You know what? I'll let them figure it out. If somebody listens, they'll figure it out. Regardless, what's going on? Back at it again. Tank, how you feel?
I'm feeling good. I got my Smirnoff with the 99 in it or whatever. I'm gonna be asleep by 9 o'clock.
Oh man. Bria, how you feel?
I'm good.
Bria good. I'm great. Me and Tank just had a very heated argument before the show, so I got all that out, so I'm gonna be calm the whole show. So we good.
Oh, you wanna put your opinion out there?
No, I don't get that. Ain't got nothing. We can do it, but see, here's the thing. If we do that on this podcast, that's what this whole podcast gonna be about.
Don't do it.
We ain't gonna get to nothing else. So we'll do that. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll do that when it's just me and you. we're gonna need a lot of shows to fill.
Yell it out.
We need video because I might wanna fight.
That make- If you're listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, and you live in Jacksonville, and you are a woman, and you're interested in being a co-host on the show, email us. I literally posted that like a month and a half ago. I've got 0 responses. So that means either A, no women listen to the podcast, or B, nobody want to be a co-host.
Might have a call. I have one. I got one in mind.
There we go. We need 2. We need 2 women, 2 co-hosts.
Well, it's hard to find. Is it that hard to find somebody who ain't scared to say some shit and
Yeah, man.
opinionated?
People look at podcasts, man. I was doing the Henny on the Rocks podcast this week. People look at podcasts, man, and they be thinking like they on the radio or TV or something like that. And they get all tight and stuff like that.
How many motherfuckers listen to this shit? Like a couple hundred, almost 1,000,
1,500.
1,500 or whatever, out of billions.
7.
Ain't nobody
8.
listening to this shit.
7.8 billion people. We got 1,500 of y'all hooked. And I bet some of those 1,500 might be double subscribers. You know how you subscribe on Spotify and Castbox? So yeah, so let's say we got about 500.
I bet some agents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or you know, it might just be an algorithm.
All
or
of them
something.
agents that can't see me right now. I'm wearing a shirt that say crackers on it. Y'all my mascot.
I also am wearing a shirt that say Caucasians.
So the wife told me to take the shirt off or whatever. She was scared of the reaction. I mean,
Can't just start cooling.
hey man, I want the reaction. Yeah,
You know what that is, man. The problem is people are afraid
I'm trolling.
to express. Yeah, you trolling, but people are afraid to express to be black. I bet a white person wouldn't have a problem wearing their little Confederate flag shirt or whatever they wear.
Confederate flag shit is basically saying "fuck you, nigga."
Yes, it is.
I was still podcast.
It's like a swastika.
It's a series. It's a whole podcast
About Mississippi?
No,
The flag? 'Cause that's good.
not about it. It's a whole podcast about the Civil War.
Oh yeah, that's good
from
too.
like the
Get
beginning
into the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit long as fuck.
it's good though.
Yeah, that shit real good. Boy, I'm up. Yeah.
History told through podcasts is like one of the best things smoking right now. But ain't nobody in those.
You get all the minor details, and it's crazy when they had a letter. Because you can relate the shit to the date. Because niggas think time ain't real, and like that shit was a long time ago.
That wasn't a long time.
They
ago.
She read this letter
Nah.
that a lady was writing to her husband, who they was owned by different masks.
Mm-hmm.
And when you read the letter, it's just like regular nigga shit. It's like, I hope you can convince your master whatever to buy me because I don't want to get shipped to wherever, no matter what. I want to keep the family together. So please try to talk to in Madison and get them to buy me so we could be together. They talking like that's regular nigga shit. Niggas don't understand that this shit was regular life.
Niggas
It's
don't
modern.
understand that was their great grandma.
Shit is modern, my nigga.
That's how you gotta look at it. That was your great times 3
Ask the
grandma.
motherfucker to buy 'em.
Yeah, yeah, real talk.
That's why I went in the cracker shirt, man. Piss me off, man. Fuck. Yeah.
Man, people, I don't know why people don't understand the construct of time. You realize that when the pyramids was being built, that it was still woolly mammoths. That's how long human civilization been around. And Egypt ain't even one of the first civilizations or whatever. When you had what's the Sumeria with Anunnakis, it was still saber-toothed tigers. Niggas was running around in North America hunting saber-toothed tigers, and niggas in the desert was building Babylon. So yeah, time is a thing. It's perspective, man.
It's really real. But the thing about the 1800s is that shit is not ancient.
It's not ancient.
Yeah, you can think about Egypt and you like, yeah,
That's
that shit
ancient,
ain't.
yeah. But the 1800s.
But no,
Egypt not even really
only
ancient.
thing different with the 1800s is they ain't had no father, mother, or riding on horses.
Literally, that's the only real difference.
Yeah.
And they dress different.
Yeah,
That's
people,
right.
modern humans was modern
It's the
humans
same,
right
yeah,
there.
it's the same
I give you
thing.
the fact that like caveman shit, like you talking about coming out of Africa,
Right.
running through the Caucasus Mountains and all that. That shit might have been a long time. That's 100,000 years ago. But you talking about, 1800, that's 200 years. America ain't existed nothing but down 200 something years.
And it's shown through experiments with animals that when you do something traumatizing to this animal, the future generation know that shit. Yeah. Like they did shit to a mouse or whatever in a maze and they didn't know it, but then its future generation, when it went through the maze, it knew all of that shit.
But they
All
gotta,
of the PTSD from the slavery shit is passed down to
It's
the
passed
genes.
down.
they gotta be
It's
real.
real.
Yeah, they gotta be real because they had did an experiment. I seen a thing where they did an experiment where they didn't expose the kids who were born to spiders and snakes for like a year or two or whatever, right? They didn't let them see no spiders, no snakes. Then they put them in a room and they put a spider in the room with them and the kids freaked out. They ain't never even seen a spider before, but they knew that shit was gonna kill you.
No, with something I don't need to be fucked.
Yeah, that's genetics passing down from when we was swinging through the trees like, oh, not that. not that. That go back to what you ever think about, like, how niggas know what mushrooms to eat? Or how niggas know what berries to eat? It's just certain things look poison. And you just be like, I ain't messing with that. That's red. I eat that.
Shit too deep, and we ain't figured all the shit out scientifically.
Mm.
And there's a lot of shit.
Too bad we don't embrace science. It's gonna be hard to figure out stuff scientifically. We don't embrace it. Can we
Is
what?
that something that you can figure out scientifically? I'm just saying.
See,
Something being passed down from
it's certain people.
I mean, I know you do experiments and stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
could. I think
I'm just saying.
It's certain people like this nigga over here across from me that think that humans, well, we could figure out all of this shit in the time period that we're in right now.
Mhm.
No, I don't.
Or the close future generations is gonna have this shit figured out even to 10%.
we went.
I don't think we
So,
gonna figure
And I
out.
think there's
None of
things
this.
ain't gonna never figure out.
We gonna die before that.
In
happens.
10,000 years, we went from building buildings out of rocks to sending robots to another planet and driving around on that bitch.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
Okay, so 10,000 years from now, ain't no telling where we gonna
I
be.
know, but I know it ain't gonna
Don't
be shit.
forget CRISPR.
I
And
know.
it's called CRISPR.
Yeah, but I know it ain't gonna be shit. They doing that shit with DNA. That's a little shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Japanese making designer babies while we over here.
Chinese. Chinese.
Who?
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese making designer babies while we over here
Designer
bullshit.
babies.
You know about this shit, Bria?
Yes, we talking about that.
We talking about that?
Yeah, we talking about CRISPR. But see, that's my thing. So if in 10,000 years you can go from I built my house out of blocks that I made from mud to I can make a human being that can't get AIDS. 10,000 more years from now, what we gonna be?
Oh, we might be somewhere further than where we are now, a lot further.
So we gotta be somewhere further than we are.
Or if we still alive, if it ain't an extinction that's coming, but who knows? But I still don't think that's anywhere near the wonders of the fucking universe.
Universe, man.
Yeah.
Niggas on the
Too much
podcast that's
shit
listening right now, like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, we done went off into
Talk
shit.
about how we hate
Hey.
white people.
Kevin Hart said a whole bunch of shit. It was like faggot this, faggot that. Motherfucking faggot.
That's not what he
faggot.
said.
No, you didn't see the tweets.
No, I'm saying I seen the tweets. I'm saying he ain't saying like you said it.
No, yes, he did. I swear to you. I'm not.
He was like,
ain't
I don't
saying
want my son to grow up to be gay.
No,
I can't do it.
that's the
I don't
joke.
do it.
No, that's the joke
Right.
he made.
Then he said these faggots, they get on my nerves.
No. See, let me
Which
inform
tweet
you.
you talking about?
Yeah,
You
we
might
might
not
not
know.
know. Cause I seen the tweets.
No,
Yeah.
because you talking. That's the stage play. And when the tweets that I see, he would like call the niggas like, "Shut up, you faggot." That's why you gonna be a faggot, you faggot, you motherfucking faggot. And I'm not exaggerating.
He was retweeting niggas that.
No, he was talking to a nigga, and this was like 2008. You know, niggas used to say faggot all the
Yeah,
time.
so
No, still do.
niggas right.
Yeah.
And he's a comedian. I just feel like they going to
So, but then he apologized. He
apologized.
apologized. He just apologized for the people that he hurt.
Right.
And yeah, you know, but he's like, how many times I'm going to apologize to you faggots?
No.
God damn it. 1, 2 times enough.
That's enough, yeah.
I
they
think,
can move forward with it.
I think that we have become too sensitive. This shit's silly.
Yeah.
But Kevin Hart didn't get fired from the Emmys or the Oscars. He decided how to do it.
Which I don't think he should have did. I, think
I
he
would have
should've
did it anyways.
I would have
Yeah.
did it anyways. Because that's so
Man.
stupid.
I'm
They didn't say if you don't apologize, we're gonna fire you.
I'm with Snoop. I hate the fucking Oscars. I hate that.
I feel like they found a reason for him not to host it. That's just me. Because that's
Well,
just. I
well,
just think that's
well,
really
Hollywood is ran by gay people, and they knew that the tweets was gonna get out there, and they wanted him to buy
That
down.
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but they want him to buy down on the air. They always want
I
him
will
to
say
buy
this
down.
though. I gotta say this though. Listen, last week I had got maybe 1 or 2 messages like we all tiptoe over that anti-Semitic stuff or whatever. And now I know where this about to go. I'm gonna say this. I stand by everything we say because it's true or whatever. The Jews run the world and the damn gays run Hollywood. So that's a fact. So when we say this stuff, we're not bashing them for who they are. We're bashing them for their practices that they're doing. Because if you don't think that it's not like a coalition of gay Hollywood executives that want to push an agenda, then you silly.
And,
And I'm not even talking about the gay agenda to make people more gay. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
you can't say nothing negative against gays, but they'll do that shit for black
I'm
people.
with you. And just like Farrakhan said, when he talking about, they always try to make Farrakhan like anti-Semitic, whatever. When he talking about the Jews, he always say, I'm not talking about the people, the Jewish people. I'm talking about it's a Jewish conglomerate
Right.
that's fucking shit up. And they just happen to be Jewish. But it ain't about the people.
Right.
Just like when you're talking about gay people in Hollywood, we're not talking about
The
bad
regular gay people,
all
no.
regular gay
And we're not even
people.
bashing gay people. This don't have nothing to
Hey,
do with their
niggas, y'all
sexual.
want to suck y'all dick, suck it. Just leave me out of it.
I think that's what pisses me off so much about people is that, yeah, they're too sensitive, but they want you to respect their opinions and how they live their life.
But not
But then,
yours.
if I have something to say about you, then you got a problem with it. And it's like a big thing, just because you think the whole of society agrees with you.
I will say this though, every opinion does not have to be respected.
Exactly.
Every opinion does
That's
not have to
true.
be
And so
respected.
if he is homophobic, so let him be, he's his own person. Let him be
My
homophobic.
thing is this, though.
But he's not.
The thing that bothers me the most or whatever, and I'm all about gay rights and supporting gay people and stuff like that. My thing is, like, I just don't see the same step up for black people. When people say negative connotation things about African Americans, nothing happens to
They
them.
always-
When we try to come to our own defense, then we're all getting all violent and we're all
Right.
this and
Now
we're
we
that.
We aggressive
have
people.
nothing.
What?
No, they act like it's just what's the term that one white lady used? It's a broken record. That's how people feel.
Bitch.
But they don't say that
Who
about
said
but they
that?
don't say that about anybody
White
else. A lot of white
bitch.
people feel that way. That it's a broken record, that we always talk about this and that, but when
They
it's a
always say
different-
this, oh, you
Yeah.
pulled the race card.
Right.
What does
When
that
it's a
mean?
different group of people, they can say
Yeah.
whatever they want, but we can't.
I hate how they try to stop doing this shit. We keep telling them stop doing this shit, but they keep doing it. I'm saying we, I mean, I just black.
Mm-hmm.
Diaspora. Keep using faggot and trying to act like it's comparable to nigga. And white people use it. The reason why it ain't comparable to nigga is because I don't want to do tragedy against tragedy, but it's like, okay, it's horrible that gay people were killed in America and all of this shit here, or whatever, but did they go through a whole chattel slavery? And you don't have to wear your gayness as, when you see me, the first thing you know, I'm a nigga. I'm black.
I'm gonna tell you this. Say it is equal. I'm gonna say it's equal just for the sake of this argument. Say the words are equal. So what? So what? Like so what? They don't want to. So what? Okay, so what? So you consider fag derogatory just like being called a nigga. Okay, well we get called niggas all the time, everywhere.
The world hate us, man.
Right. So I think the world hate gays
World
too.
hate gays too.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say even the world.
That is
the
compared.
world. Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but obviously it's worse for niggas than it is
In America.
Not
Well,
In America.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
yeah,
here's why I say in America.
That's,
Even if
that's
you
an
go to
American perspective.
Right, that's an
Yeah,
American
yeah,
perspective.
I
Because
got you.
even if you go to an African country, they
Right.
kill gays in Rwanda. It's illegal to be
Get
gay.
with that shit, my nigga. Dookie shooters.
Yeah, in Rwanda, everybody black, but it's also illegal to be gay. So yeah, they do have hardships. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
What we're talking about is the fact that, and see, this is what it goes back to in the 60s, right? Women wanted women's rights. So the white women was out there burning their bras, talking about they want women's rights, but they refused to come across that line and fight for civil rights too. They didn't stand with black people for their civil rights fight. They was like, nah, I'm straight, I don't want no part of that. That ain't my fight.
They felt like their fight was the same as the civil rights, like it was equal.
Right. But they didn't want to join us.
Exactly.
So if it's and that's the same. So here's what it really comes down to. It's like gay people saying, our fight is your fight, black people. Okay, cool. Okay, I agree with that. But why y'all not joining with us? You know what I'm saying? Why is it not the same thing? Because I don't see when niggas get called niggers or stuff like that, or when black people get derogatory shamed on different media outlets, I don't see the Jews or the gays coming to bat for black people.
But everybody get around with one of these days.
That's true.
Tired of that crap.
I can't deny that. I can't deny it because that's a good point, and that's my thing. Like, okay, where are all the people, supporting what was said on Don Lemon when he said white men are terrorists?
Yeah.
The true enemy is white men. Period.
Then what happened? See, they try to trip nigga up on the little bullshit. Like, there was some people had some, it was Versace, or somebody came out with some little things that looked like blackface,
Okay.
little mamby shit, or Megan Kelly. What did Megan Kelly do?
Oh, she said blackface was cool when I was a
Blackface
kid.
was cool, or Roseanne, talking about that black as much. You get all that little bullshit that don't matter. None of that shit should matter to niggas or whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I still like Roseanne. I fuck with her. I grew up on that.
Is that
shit.
because you already knew she was a racist?
Well, I don't think she's a racist, and we can get into that. Well, I like Roseanne, but just like how you got friends that might say some shit, and if somebody on the outside looking in might say like,
Okay, you said she's certified. Okay, go ahead.
I like Roseanne. That's what I'm saying. I like Roseanne, but besides the fact, I'm saying all of that shit bullshit or whatever. What's the real shit is institutionalized discrimination aligned with disenfranchisement and economic castration. That's real shit. Fuck all of the little petty shit you talking about. I know I use a lot of big words, man.
So you feel like they're distracting us with this small stuff and we should be more focused on the bigger issues. Okay.
That's a good point. Dr. Umar was on that one nigga show on TV1,
I still fuck that.
and Dr. Umar, she fine, yeah. Dr. Umar was like, a black man shouldn't marry a white woman or whatever. And they was like, are you saying it's wrong? He said, I ain't saying it was wrong. He said she can't understand your hardship or whatever. So then they got into this big debate with the panel, and Shorty on the panel, who was kind of, I don't want to guess her sexuality, but I would say she was a gay black woman, was like, you can't just be saying that stuff and this, that, and the other because it's unfounded. And then there was another brother on there who was like a black brother, okay? And he was like, name one thing that white people have done to stop the oppression of black people. So they said the Civil Rights Act. No, he said no. Name
Well, that's
something
the
they
first thing
have
everybody
right.
always
He
names.
say name something they have done to stop their systematic oppression of us. Like have they boosted our economy by giving us back what they took from us? Have they like changed
Like
the
what
justice
they
system?
did for the Japanese.
Right, for they set them up, and they set them up, right, so they can succeed. And that's my point. Like when I say they don't go to bat for us or whatever, I'm cool with the gays, I'm cool with Jews, whatever. But my thing is, I don't see nothing that they have done to support African American hardship. But we, like Tank say, we better support their hardship, or else now we insensitive too. But the real problem is, just like the women burning the bras that didn't want to fuck with the civil rights cause or whatever, the real problem is that we are split out on our things. Who gives a fuck what your plight is? And when you go to the root of the plight, it's always old ass rich white men. That's the problem. So we should all just team up against the old rich white man. But everybody want their issue to be so much better. We'll deal with who issue gets solved when we get there. We ain't even in the car yet. We talking about where niggas sitting. Get in the car first. How we gonna get to the destination if we don't get in the car? So, yeah. And Kevin Hart, I'm with Bria. Kevin Hart should have just stayed on.
I would have did it anyway.
I would have did it anyways. And I would have said faggot as soon as the show opened up.
You hear me?
What's up with you faggots?
It's like when I say crackers. I ain't really saying, well, yes, I am. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I don't know. See, faggots was a cultural thing, just like when white people used to say, I don't think it ain't come with the same hatefulness as niggers.
What's the systematic oppression of gay people? And y'all know what now? Everybody who knows me that's listening to this show, y'all know yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because we talking about Kevin Hart. Here's my thing. This is my point. And everybody that know me know I'm super supportive of gay rights and stuff like that. What is the systematic oppression of gay people?
I think
Number one.
They're pushing their agenda farther than we have.
Number one is they couldn't be married. Okay, so that's gone.
Okay.
So that's gone.
you saying what I was going to say is that
Now what?
once
And that's not even.
Right.
We still be living.
Now are they treated to bigotry and hatefulness and
Yes.
stuff like that? Yes, but you can't control that.
Mhm.
once
You
you
can't make people stop being
adjust the
hateful.
laws to where the shit is equal, and then the people still don't treat them the same, then you're saying to do something that's against the Constitution, which is fuck the free speech of everybody. Just like if everything was equal with niggas and they gave everything niggas and white people still treated us like shit
Right.
or whatever, then you have to adjust the laws like how they do it.
Cross that line.
Yeah, to cross that line or whatever. How much
And
crossing?
see, now that's where I will agree, because most of the time I do disagree on anything comparing African Americans to homosexuals when it comes to discrimination, bigotry, and stuff like that. I disagree. I think that's equal, because I think we're equally discriminated and treated like shit, and hateful shit is streamed towards us. But when it comes to systematic or systemic oppression, they can't even compete. Because if I put in an application online to a banking thing or whatever, right? And they ask me what's my race and I'm black. And they don't give me the loan because I'm black. They don't ask you what's your sexuality. When you go to put in a job application, they ask you, are you black?
That's because nobody really give a fuck about that gay shit or whatever. That's only in the certain real most of this shit, these cities and shit. So the gay people got the ups. If you gay white man, you got the ups on all black people.
I agree with that.
So
Because the only thing you're dealing with is discrimination and hatefulness and bigotry. And you can't
gonna get
control
into the
that,
system,
right? You can't control that.
when you
Your
go,
credit ain't affected because you gay.
when you go to a job interview, 9 times out of 10 or whatever you gay, then okay.
Most of the time.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, and like you a nigga,
Most of the time. They
and you
still
go
do
hit-
discriminate though. They
Not-
still do
They're going to be
discriminate.
discriminated against, but it's less likely.
I done seen gay people get discriminated
It
at my
happens.
job.
It happens.
So it still happens.
But it's still worse.
But it's real rednecky.
But it's just my thing.
We get discriminated against corporate, not just the redneck.
This is my thing. Do you
Corporate
think
motherfuckers.
this is not what the point I'm trying to make is it's not systematic. Do you think that gay people are sentenced tougher than other races? Because African Americans are sentenced 3 times tougher than other races. That's systematic oppression or whatever. Gay people aren't redlined when it comes to buying houses. We redline. They like, oh, we can't give no loans to homes for niggas in this area. And that's all the way back 2012 when that shit, the last
But
documented
the system
case
is
of that.
if niggas move into a neighborhood, even if you economically more stable than the crackers out there, or whatever, the value of
The property value go down.
goes down.
Right.
What
if a
the
gay
fuck?
nigga move in the neighborhood, if a gay white person move in the neighborhood, gay white male, like you said, the property value does not
You
change.
got the game.
So,
Although I think
systemically,
we had a little session over here in I guess it depend on the level of property. Go out there Ocean Way, that shit was trailer parks in a motherfucker, and they built it all up,
that's,
and it's
I was
niggas
about
moving
to
out
say,
there.
that's not to say
all
that
niggas with
black
money.
people can't bring up the property value, but that's not because they
You
black.
right there trailer parks.
That's because we went out there and bought their land because they wouldn't have nothing but the trailer. They ain't on the land, and then we build houses on
We
it.
buy that land. Some crackers bought the
Right,
land, but
and
it's niggas moved there.
D.R. Horton bought the land.
Yeah, some
And
crackers
we
bought.
right, so the property value went up because D.R. Horton bought the land, and D.R. Horton is not a, it's a basically a white company,
And they don't give a
and
fuck.
they have
If the nigga
clout.
they don't give a fuck with moving there because is gentrification. But the niggas that's it turned out to be a lot of niggas that got the money to do this shit now. So
Is it gentrification if it's black people moving?
Well, I think it's gentrification if it's you kicking poor people out of
Okay, I get
So
that.
period, yeah.
Yeah, if it's poor being kicked out and subsidized by rich
raising the
people,
rent,
okay.
so a
Yeah.
certain amount of income could be there.
I agree with that.
That's why I was supporting. Well, I'm not supporting, but I don't give a fuck about gentrification. That we got more to do with the problem with capitalism and the disparity between the owners and the workers. It's gonna be a war. Niggas gonna get tired of this shit and be like, fuck that shit. You know? The worker rebellion.
Think
The
so?
disparity,
I don't think so.
the fluctuation of the dollar is getting too much, and
I don't think so.
it done expanded
Because
to,
there's so many people that are indoctrinated into the system and they support the system blindly that it is against they can't fathom going against the system. Like it blow their mind. Like, how dare you? Like people think you're not even supposed to question. There's people that think you're not even supposed to question what the president say. Like they think it's disrespectful to question what the president say.
idiot. Yeah, then you gotta question all this shit. This nigga
You're supposed to question what Obama say.
Oh, I do.
Question what any of them
Anybody say
because
right.
they're still human.
But it's
Just
people.
because the
But
president doesn't do it.
again, though, I would take that with a grain of salt because they full of shit because they question every damn thing Obama said, and now that Trump said, they like, how dare you disrespect the president? Whatever, you disrespect the president for 8 damn years. So yeah,
I thought
that
you
you
should
know,
always question anything the government does.
you should question anything a human say.
Exactly.
Don't take shit at face
Because you're
value.
in power.
Hell yeah.
That doesn't mean I can't question what you're doing.
True.
What else y'all want to talk about?
Oh my.
We got a long time.
Hey, wait, well, we got time to talk
Bring
about
up
shit.
something that you wanted to talk about, man. One of them things that we never get to.
We never talk about Martin Luther King.
What about, oh yeah, what about Martin Luther King? Bro?
You wanted to talk about.
We talking about Martin Luther King. I used to say that the reason that he used to get them rallies together, whatever, for the people.
Because
And
niggas
he
love pep
wanted-
rally.
Yeah, that nigga love pep rally. And he wanted to fuck them hoes out on the road in Montgomery.
I don't think that's what she referred
That
to.
was.
Shit, that's what we're talking about.
No, remember one time you wanted to talk about how you wanted to talk about whether or not his dream came true.
Oh
Yeah, his
yeah.
dream definitely came true. You seen Obama?
Yeah,
That was
his
his dream.
dream came true, but I think right before he died, he realized, oh, my dream was the wrong dream.
The question did Malcolm X's dream come true?
Hell no.
Malcolm
Oh, yes,
X.
it did, because at the end of Malcolm X changed at the end. He was right there with Martin Luther King.
Yeah. So
Yes, he was. I love Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was like, these crackers ain't gonna never accept us. I'm gonna work with
He
you.
was real.
This nigga worked with the KKK. He was like, wait, I'm gonna go to KKK, talk to these old rich ass crackers. Because I don't like them, they don't like me. But we could set up the, it was like war. Like whatever. So, you know, even though they the enemy, this is what we all got to be. Let's set up some shit. Fuck all of that peace. Ain't gonna be no peace shit.
See, that's why I like, and I know I always refer to this, that's why I just like what Hillary said, man. You can't make nobody change their mind on how they feel. You just, that's the best thing she ever said. She's just like, listen, when she was talking to the Black Lives Matter people in Portland, she was like, listen,
Niggas so emotional.
yeah, it's like, what y'all want? And they were like, oh, see, you're telling us that we need to da-da-da-da, and you're catering. She was like, no. What you want? She was like, I can't do nothing with trying to change somebody's heart. She was like, give me a law to pass. I can make them do it, but I can't.
Maybe that's what it is. That's what we can't get past is our emotions and everything that's
It
happening.
is. We
can't
emotional
we can't
people.
move forward
Black
from
people
that.
are
We are
emotional.
still at the bottom of the.
That's the thing.
Of everybody.
We
are at the bottom of
Here's the thing.
Still.
I think the focus is niggas trying to change the hearts of white people.
Which you never.
You can't do that,
They're
bro.
still passing it on from generation to
Yeah, that shit ain't
generation.
gonna change.
Everything that
It's
they
gonna
have
be-
thought about us from the get go. You see it now with the people that we're electing for governor and congressman and senate. So they still think the same way. You're not going to change how they feel about us.
That's why I hate all these fucking Facebook posts and shit showing niggas getting whooped and shit by the police.
But see, I like
they
that.
won't stop. I know, but see, it's like you asking somebody to feel sorry for you.
See, they looking at it the wrong way though. No, fuck that. When I share a post about look at this atrocity that happened or look at that atrocity that happened, I'm not sharing that because I want a motherfucking white person to feel bad or I want you to feel empathy. I'm sharing that shit because I want to make niggas angry to get up and do some
something
shit.
about it. But we can't do that either.
Bruh,
So we had a standstill.
Yeah, in fucking Tennessee, there was a girl who was sold into sex trafficking at 16, and she was getting raped by a man, and she killed the man who was raping her, and she got sentenced to 51 years for murder.
Yeah,
Man,
I think the story deeper than that.
it's a little bit deeper, but it's
But
pretty
this why I
much that's
think
it.
Maybe okay. This is what I think. She had a fucked up childhood. She had infant something was fucked with her. You know the story we're talking about, Santoria?
No.
16-year-old sentenced to life for
51 years.
being pimp versus with life. They
Yeah.
I do know
changed-
what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So the bitch, right? Maybe she's what she is or whatever. I am, but that's how life chose her.
Go ahead.
This little thigh bitch or whatever that maybe she is, will probably like, I'm gonna rob this nigga, fuck that shit. Bomb, shoot him and do that. All of that, but with the justice system, don't take it to, I'm just talking as if it could be the worst of the situation. It's like, maybe she ain't just all good at two shoes or whatever. Maybe she did kill the nigga or whatever and tried to rob and take his money. She's 16 years old, her life been fucked up. All of this shit been together, and you want to sentence her to life, knowing the circumstances and the shit that she done been through to have her mind that way or whatever to rob a motherfucker to do that. And then just like, don't give a fuck, 51 years.
What the fuck? I agree with what you saying, but I'm gonna piggyback off that and show you why she should have been found not guilty in general. In Tennessee. In Tennessee.
No, she should be found guilty. She gotta get her shit together. She gotta go to jail.
No, she gotta go
No,
to jail. You can help her out.
No, this why
jail don't help nobody.
No. What if the jail? Wait. Don't say jail helps nobody because jail does help.
Bullshit.
No.
No, I can tell you why.
We can go through other
I can tell you niggas that have been.
But here go my
I can tell
thing.
you like me
We
that
can go through other means to get there. We
Yes.
don't have to put you behind bars.
Okay, but I'm not gonna say jail don't help nobody because these niggas that have been locked up for 5 years and 10 years and they came out and they been like jail saved my motherfucking life because if I wasn't in jail, goddamn it,
But we couldn't put them in programs that didn't include treating them like dogs too.
Yes,
That's the point.
That's
You're
my point. I'm not saying that you're not right. That
But
jail
y'all
don't
said
help.
jail don't
But
help
I'm saying,
nobody.
but I'm saying we could do better.
That's what we saying.
Like we
There
can
are
come up
other
with a better
ways
means.
that-
Oh,
I don't want to put this
that's
woman
what we
behind
do.
bars. Put her in the halfway
I don't
house.
know. Sometimes niggas need the worst. It
Let me-
depends on how bad.
Let me get
it
to what
depends
I was
on how
about
bad
to
her
say.
fucking life was.
Let me get what I was about to
Who came
say.
up with that, though?
In Tennessee,
What?
Who came up with the fact that niggas need worse?
No,
Or
I ain't talking
have
about
to
just
be thrown
niggas.
in
I'm just
jail?
talking about people in general. Sometimes, depending on what your life circumstances is, you might need the harshest shit or whatever.
That's because that's
That's like in China.
But I don't-
And that's like in China or whatever. If you do the little bullshit, they ain't playing with their defenses or with their punishment system. Or like if you get your hand cut off, if you know you're gonna get your hand cut off for stealing. Sometimes if you know the punishment is this and you do it and you go through that, then you'll be better coming out. That's
okay,
how
let me rephrase it then. A nigga that's been on a murder spree or
Can't
whatever,
help that nigga.
that want to shoot up stuff or whatever, maybe he need to be in jail and rehabilitated or whatever.
Can't
Or a
help
nigga
that
that's
nigga.
robbing and mobbing or whatever. A girl, because she was 16 when this happened, a child that has been
Stop saying a child.
16-year-old is a child, bro.
That's
The reason why I say stop saying a child is because she done experienced more adult shit.
It don't matter.
That
You
doesn't
still a
matter.
child.
No.
Still a child.
Let me tell you why that shit matters. That shit matters is because when I done seen this shit at 8 or whatever, and I done been living this shit up until I'm 16, I'm not like y'all, how y'all like, I'm just a child, I'm just in school. No, my mind is fucking fucked up.
That's
Even
fine,
though
but
a little
even-
programming therapist ain't
Even
gonna
in
help
the
that.
justice
Right.
system, though, Even in
Say
the
what?
criminal justice system, they don't think that somebody, until they're 18 years old, they don't feel like they're culpable enough to make certain types of decisions and things like that. So they won't sentence them a certain way, which is the same situation.
even
for
though-
she was a child.
I don't
when
think
it
she should
happened.
get life, but I think
Even though you
just
influence,
therapy ain't gonna work.
but listen to what I'm saying.
Her being free ain't gonna work.
Listen to what I'm
I'll tell you
saying.
that.
But listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead on.
Even though you influence, because you've been thugging and bugging since you was 8 years old and doing shit like that or whatever, don't mean that your decisions or your rationale is still that of an adult.
Culpability.
How much time?
Your brain-
How much
I'm
time?
saying culpability
What is
as
gonna
an
correct
adult.
that?
I don't think.
What is gonna
first of all,
correct that? That's what.
First of all, see, I'm getting off topic, but I gotta address this. I think that we should stop saying that fucking 20-year-olds are adults. They not. You're not grown until you in your mid-20s. That's real talk. And this, and here's what I'm saying too about this situation. Physically, she's a child.
No,
And-
no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no.
wait.
Physically, she grown.
Wait,
she got
physically-
babies.
Physically, according to the law, to the state,
I'm talking about state.
right? I want to get this
Come
point
on,
out. I want to get
law.
this point out that I was going to make before we got off topic. Physically, by the state law, she's a child. She cannot consent to sex. So whatever that man was doing, by law, he was raping her. Period. Point blank. By law, because it was unconsensual. Because she said no. So it's unconsensual. So you're getting raped. So basically, if you look at it strictly by the means of law, this is why I say this is going back to why I say she should have been found not guilty. Strictly by the means of law, she was a rape victim that was being raped by a 51-year-old man, and she killed him to stop being raped. That's self-defense. Therefore, you're not guilty. Now, all the other shit you're talking about, hell yeah. But legally, actually, in the United States, you can't even legally be a prostitute under 18 because you can't consent to sex.
And that's what I was saying.
So-
criminal justice
so-
system is
so-
about culpability.
Right, that's my thing.
That's what it's about.
And her shit don't hold up. So when you break it down by what the law
Exactly.
is, her shit don't hold up. Therefore,
Well,
she
how
should have
the
been
hell
found
she
not
got
guilty. Because that goes back to what we were saying way earlier. We're disproportionately prosecuted harsher than anybody else. Period, point blank. They said, fuck this 16-year-old bitch who's a prostitute.
Well,
You
we
ain't
gonna
gonna
do-
be
we
nobody
But
in
as
society.
soon
We gonna
as
raise it
a
down.
white boy goes and shoots up a school, all of a sudden he has psychological problems. He doesn't need to be in jail.
Well,
He
right.
needs to be in a mental institution.
Oh, white boy
or
rape a
something like
bitch. We
that.
can't
Exactly.
ruin his life.
Exactly.
Oh, we can't ruin his life.
But for
bitch.
somebody like her, it don't matter.
Well, when we gonna raid the motherfucking jail? She was locked up when. I don't want to bring it up. Because this is an old story. This
It
shit
is.
is I don't know why or who done got it back in the news circuit,
Mm-hmm.
but this shit is 8 years, 10
Yeah,
years
yeah,
old.
they circulate news.
I've been seeing this shit before or whatever.
I'm pretty sure she's not the only case.
I don't know why.
That's happening.
Hey, I know what got happened. I know you hate her, real, but hey, we gotta send that bitch now. We talking Trump.
Who?
You know who that bitch?
Kim Kardashian?
You got that right.
This came back up. This story.
If Kim go in there and talk to this Trump,
I
I
can't be
think
mad.
that
I won't be
shit-
mad about that. Whatever.
This story was brought back up because
yeah.
the same reason why Kevin Hart tweets from 8 years ago was brought back up. Motherfuckers are literally going on the internet and searching for shit that's fucked up and be like, who the fuck let this happen?
Right.
And then now it's becoming a thing because that's literally what happened. It was like she had a clemency hearing or whatever, a clemency trial or whatever recently where she was begging to please let me get parole because she's not even eligible for parole ever.
Not until she been doing.
No,
51
she was
years.
sentenced to 51 years. She's not eligible for parole, period. She has to do the whole 51. So she,
But Cracker, I was locked up with Alice King. A lot of niggas listening don't know who Alice King and his brother is or whatever, because it was a national story or whatever that happened in Tallahassee where Alice King and his brother killed their dad and they beat him across the head with a baseball bat and then they set the house on fire. Boy, that Cracker told me that story, boy, that shit crazy.
crazy.
He was like, you don't know how many times you got to hit a motherfucker with a baseball bat to kill him. They're like, his face was all smashed up.
God,
His face was all smashed up, but he was
God.
still, he was still gasping for air, and he was like, he had to just keep hitting him.
God.
But anyway,
Oh, this nigga crazy. God.
what was the reason why? I don't know, some trailer park shit.
Oh, there we go.
But they got their next door neighbor got life. And this is the fucked up part. Because the next door neighbor helped him with it and got life or whatever. And the cracker put all the jits put all the shit on the cracker. But it was telling me anything. It was like he didn't really have shit to do with it. We just went to him for help or whatever. But they got us off. That motherfucker live in Nashville now. Allen, what up, boy?
God.
But anyways,
Oh, he free. This nigga's a killer.
yeah.
How old was he?
He was 12 when it happened, and his brother was 14.
White people naturally
Yeah, it's
violent.
just like that.
So,
No,
whatever. Don't lock them up. Don't lock this crazy motherfucker up for life. And I swear he told me when he gets out, he just want to get an AK and just shoot people. That's what he said. I do.
This is who he released back into society.
I-
But
I-
a child, 60-year-old who was raped by
Yeah.
a 21-year-old man is gonna get for life.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
See, well, that's my thing though. Like, okay, so somebody found shit and they shared the story or whatever, and now they say the governor is thinking about
Thinking about
bringing her
governor?
clemency. It doesn't matter. It's Tennessee. You know, it's some Republican motherfuckers, and they thinking about granting them. Tennessee hasn't had a Democratic governor since Al, the vice president,
That's why I think,
Al Gore.
I mean, they all saying that Trump is gonna win and all this shit here, but from the mid-elections, you know,
He ain't gonna win.
mid-elections,
I disagree with that too. Yeah,
And
and yeah, no.
Andrew Gillum almost won Florida, and he ain't been
No,
Florida
Andrew
since-
Gillum won. I changed my stance on that. Andrew Gillum won Florida. He got robbed because let me tell you something. The disenfranchisation of African Americans and poor people who vote Democrat through voter suppression and other shit is ridiculous. That shit need to be addressed, and there need to be a whole amendment written in the Constitution to protect voter rights.
I agree.
There are no voter rights protections in the Constitution.
They don't want them.
You have to have that because in North
So
Carolina,
when niggas say vote no matter, well, why the fuck you don't?
man, look here, Trump. Let me tell you something. I meant to bring this up on the last show, and I don't even want to talk about Trump, but we got to now. Trump appoints all federal judges. Okay, if there's a judge that sits on the federal level, right, that judge is appointed by the president. Okay, so there's 37 open seats for federal judge when Trump took office. He's done 24 of them already.
How many of them?
They all fucking crazy.
I know. How many of them do you think Trump had a hand in picking?
The judges?
Yeah.
He picked them all. But
No,
here's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no, no, no.
Here's the, oh, you talking about who
I
picked them?
think he
That's
did.
what's making bad. That's what
He don't
But look,
who is the evil
who do you
hand
really? Okay,
behind this
That's
shit?
my-
Trump don't know
don't
shit
know
about
no
no
judges, right? But that's my
He ain't
point.
know shit about
That's
that.
why you gotta vote, because the machine that is the Republicans who want to oppress abortion and freedoms and voter rights and all that, that's
Yeah.
who picking these judges. In North Carolina, Tim Scott is a Republican senator from South Carolina. He's a black guy. He's the only black Republican senator on the floor, and he's the only black senator that's a male on the floor. Okay, so Tim Scott refused to vote for the dude who Trump, his last appointee that Trump had was for federal judge that he wanted to put him for the 29th circuit, which would have been for like North Carolina, South Carolina, and all that shit. Tim Scott said, I'm not voting yes for him. You know why? Because he passed a law in North Carolina that said no early voting on Sundays because niggas vote after they go to church.
Nobody give a fuck about this shit.
But see, that's my point.
Niggas want to be victim.
That's my point.
Niggas want to be niggas.
Come on,
They
do
want to be
something.
like, look at me, look at what they.
They are not
What
about
we lost that motherfucking game.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. But listen, this is my point about the whole thing. Whatever. That shit matters so much, bro. Because when you come up to these situations like with this woman or whatever, right? When you come up to these situations, the judges that's in place is just perpetuating the system. And niggas don't care, because it don't matter. That shit don't affect me. Now your ass standing in front of a judge appointed by Trump and you got felony cocaine possession and you say it don't affect you. But if Hillary would have picked the judge, it would have been one that's lenient to cocaine adjustment because they're trying to get rid of the war on drugs. Because y'all niggas don't know no better. This shit's stupid, man. It don't make no damn sense, boy. And we have to have an amendment in the Constitution for voter rights.
They are not going to do that.
They have to.
They
This
have
shit is
to, yes, but they're
Andrew
not.
Gillum
They
won,
want it just
bro.
the way it is, right?
real nigga shit. First of all, I seen a thing, 13,000 ballots
That's a lot of that.
were not counted because they came a day late. I don't give a fuck. Listen, if they were mailed by a certain date, like the post date, because here's something I found out. Post date don't matter. It matters when they arrive at the precinct.
Now that is
So that's
I didn't know
bullshit.
that. I didn't know that though. I thought
Because
that
what if the truck spill over?
I
What if they get delayed because it's snow? What?
I
You
mean,
can't do
I
that.
be feeling like some niggas out here, all of the saying go vote and go and do this and shit, pay attention to politics. It just be feeling like it's the more
round two.
the more educated niggas is just trying to put the ignorant niggas on point.
Yeah.
And the most niggas, it's like, fuck that shit. And it ain't just a nigga thing, it's a white thing too, because most white people don't vote, just like most niggas don't vote, and it's about the same percentage as if we had more.
But it's
But it's
This not, we trying to help. Look, I get tired of this shit. Fuck people get money.
I just want to say
I
this.
want.
I just want to say this. This is frustrating to me because this how they listen. And this I'm not talking to black people right now. I'm talking to poor people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about niggas that don't have shit, crackers that don't have shit, gooks that don't have shit, wetbacks that don't have shit. Notice I use all the derogatory terms on purpose, right? Listen to me. This how they playing you, dog. They telling you everybody got the same opportunity and everything equal. Well, technically it is because your opportunity is to vote, but you're not participating in the system.
That's what I'm saying. When they say
You have to participate.
You got the opportunity. When they say it's the land of the free,
Everybody has the same opportunity.
If you fucking
Do
in any
it.
system, we have my capitalism, communism, socialism, all. If
You have to
look at
participate in
this
the
shit,
system.
yeah.
You get the government you deserve, bro. If y'all niggas ain't voting, we can't do nothing.
That's why you gotta slave and work the whole entire year. You have that one day that you can just take off to go and vote and do something.
Again.
I think that you can risk that one day out of the whole year of
Real.
slaving and working for
Nick,
them.
real.
Again, that go back to my amendment thing though. Number one, it should be an amendment in the Constitution that says voters should be afforded the day off or the voting day. No, the second Tuesday or the first Tuesday in
Yes.
November should be treated as a national holiday. All offices and businesses will be closed. Voters should be afforded the right to vote with no penalty. That should be a federal law. Niggas in Mississippi couldn't go vote against a bitch that said hang the nigga because they had to work at their factory overtime that day mysteriously.
Niggas want to smoke dope and bust nuts. That's what people want to do. People want to get high
And it's
nut.
like you was just saying.
That's what they wanna do.
What's her name? Centauria,
I
right?
can't do that and vote.
Ain't that the girl named Centauria?
That's too much word.
Or whatever. See, look, you was just
Centauria.
Centauria, the girl from Tennessee, who the 16-year-old. Who
Yeah.
Yeah, you was just saying, how does this happen? Well, we was talking about the case and the parameters of how it worked and how legally she can't.
I'm with you.
She get raped, right? Okay, and we saying, how does this happen? That's how this happens. Niggas don't vote. We appoint a federal judge to review this case, and he's a fucking piece of shit.
My point about the Centauria thing, I was just like, okay.
And by the way,
I-
federal
I-
judges are seated for life. We can't vote them out like local district judges.
I wish you would. She shouldn't have been yourself with all that. But if she was going to be sentenced, goddammit, manslaughter.
20 years.
No, not 20 years. Fuck that.
You're right. 10 years.
I ain't even
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
5
Maybe
years.
5 at the most.
Involuntary manslaughter,
Yeah.
even because you fucking
Yeah,
a man is raping
The
you.
whole situation. It's like they
Exactly.
they were just like burning it
It's like, even if you think that
Like-
she was wrong or whatever,
Right.
give her 5 to 10 years with probation after 5 years.
Give
And
her
then
5
help
years
her,
with probation
send her to
too.
somewhere that can help her with her mental state.
Put her on
with her-
fucking probation or
Or
mandatory work
Right.
program for
Right.
5 years.
Goodness.
Who do this shit? Listen.
They don't understand the thugs. Tupac said this shit, man. That was a fuck about the thug. I think she was a little bit or whatever. She was probably hot red with on, and then she probably was out there getting pimped and fucking.
What did that show?
None of that shit matters.
Let's
None of that shit matters.
say that Tank is 100% right, and she's really a hot mama that's out here thugging and bugging and whatever. Cool when she's 16. That's fine. That shit don't
I
matter.
don't know if it's fine.
But no. Here's what I'm saying. Why I'm saying it's fine.
What?
The law that just shows unequivocally that justice is not blind and the law is not playing right.
Of course.
The law, if justice is blind, the citizen should not be disproportionate for anybody. And that go back to the whole beginning of this whole conversation with Kevin Hart thing. When is the last time a gay or Jewish person got sentenced to 51 years for some shit like that because they gay or Jewish?
There should be more than one judge that ruled on cases where
Come on.
got to do with life. Maybe four judges, and if 3 out of the 4 can't confirm that it's gonna be life, then it should be a home.
I don't even believe in life sentences. Period.
Oh,
Point blank.
shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If you take somebody like that, what you gonna do?
Now
with it?
wait. I'm not saying I don't believe in extended sentences or whatever. So here's
I don't want you to. If I get killed, I got damn it, I can write in my will. I don't want this motherfucker out. He took my life. I'm gone.
Here's my thing.
Fuck him.
Here's my thing. The most time somebody should spend in jail is 50 years. This is my opinion.
Okay.
Here's why. If you kill somebody and you 20, right? When you get out, you 70 years old. You ain't no damn threat to society. And if you anything older than 20, you probably dying in jail. So I say that sentencing should be, the max sentence for any crime should be 25 years. And the max that you can do it is 2 sentences of 25 years.
We can't have
So that's 50 years.
The reason why we can't have a max is because there's certain degrees of crimes. So if you kill, I think if it's just some shit that happened and you just happen to kill somebody or whatever, and you get like murder and you get 10 years and you get out, okay, all right.
I'm just saying the maximum, the most you should be able to send somebody to jail.
But see, this is disparity. If you John Wayne Gacy, a motherfucker who dressed as a clown and raped and killed multiple kids, I don't want no maximum sentence for you. You should go away forever.
See, but that's my thing. John Wayne Gacy was like, what, 30 something when he got arrested?
Wait, that's my motherfucker that do it when they
my thing. We doing this by the number.
Life.
Fuck you. This is his life. 2 25-year sentences is the max you can do. So I sentence you to 2 25-year terms. After you do your first term, 25 years, you have to start your second one. That's 50 years. John Wayne Gacy, 33 years old. That's 83 years old. When he get out, he 83 years old.
I don't want the motherfucker to walk around ever.
He ain't gonna be walking. He'll be in a wheelchair. He 83.
I don't want him to breathe fresh air,
man. And then plus,
I want this shit to the grave.
Fuck him. I just think it's just ridiculous that we say life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Somebody but it's up to you that you took. And see, that's why I said degree of the crime. Because if you Jeffrey Dahmer and you took so many people's lives, that it wasn't up to you to take these motherfuckers' lives and eat them and do this crazy shit. So you can't be mad at the retribution that you get for doing that
at the
shit.
same time, me getting in an argument with you and stabbing you in the head and killing you.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a life.
I don't think that should be.
But here's my thing. Now you put like the degree of murder don't change the value of the human life. The human life is valued equally, regardless.
What about? I agree with you on that. But what about how many lives? So
but that's my thing. The max you can do is charge them for 2. That's my thing.
However,
you can't charge them for that. It's just that's how I want the rules to be. I just think
how the fuck are you 18? There's some crazy motherfuckers out there. Goddammit.
Right.
If you do some crazy shit at 18
years in jail don't change you, then you come out again and you kill somebody else, you going right back in that bitch.
But what about the motherfucker that you killed?
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. If you John Wayne Gacy,
that's the only
Stephanie, you look like.
What if he get out? I mean, he might be 80 years old, but what if he worked out?
Look up how old John Wayne Gacy was when he got arrested.
And able to do some crap. And he get out and he rapes somebody else or he kills somebody else.
But let me tell you something. If you John Wayne Gacy and you like 30 years old, matter of fact, let's say Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was in his 40s.
Right.
If you're Jeffrey Dahmer and you get arrested in your 40s and you go to jail for 50 years and you get out, you 93 years old and you go to eat somebody else, your ass gonna get killed. They be like, get your old ass.
That's true.
Old people are a burden on society, bro. They ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna be in a nursing home.
What if?
Believe me, bro, after 40 years, you're institutionalized, and it doesn't matter if you get out or you stay in. Mm-hmm. That shit don't. When they be talking, I mean, of course, you're gonna be happy as a human to be out. But if you still in after 40 years and you die in prison, that shit is not gonna matter to you. All right, because this been your life for 40,
Right.
30 years.
So who gives a fuck if they get out?
That's my point. That they killed.
They dead.
Or the
It's been
victim,
50 years. They dead.
or the victim of the family.
They dead. Who get? Hey, let me tell you something about
Now
family
they
victims.
kids.
Let me tell you something about family victims and shit like that.
Boy, you finna talk shit
Oh,
about
I'm
family
about to
victims?
talk shit. Let me tell you something.
All right, brother, this been a good podcast.
Let me tell you something. Here go my thing. Here go my thing. I'm not saying your grief ain't real. I'm not saying your pain ain't real. But we can't cater our society to each victim's family or whatever. We have to set up a construct of what the penalties are,
No.
and that's how they
No,
are.
I won't. No, I like.
Because wait. Here go why though. Here go why. My fucking family or whatever be sad because somebody in my family get raped or whatever, right? Brock Turner or whatever his name was, his family was sad because Brock's career is over. So the judge was lenient to who? Okay,
Should
so
be lenient to the victim.
so right, but he wasn't. He was lenient to the perpetrator.
Yeah,
He
that's
was John Wayne Gacy was 36. 50 years, he 86. He dead. Listen. But listen though. Listen. Okay. So here go my thing. So when judges are human, this is why I don't even think we need judges. Just have a robot that assess the case and have a jury.
No.
But that's for a future date. That's for a
we
future
can talk
date.
about that because
That's
that's
what
a
we
real
think.
problem with that.
It is, but I'm saying that's for future
That's
date.
mandatory minimum.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's future date because at that point you have to do a lot of algorithms. Robots almost got to think human. You got to have data. But anywho, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Faulty rationality. That's what I'm saying. But anywho, what I'm saying is like when we have these judges that are going to be lenient towards Brock, whatever, then I can't play that. We have to say this is what we gonna give the family victims, no matter what, every time. Because if we don't say that, then you get this situation where, you get probation because you know you a good swimmer, and I don't want your life to be over. Well, what about the girl family who got
I
raped?
honestly think there's nothing wrong with that. If we just set the boundaries and set the rules.
Yeah.
I think
That
the
sounds good.
I want to do more for you. Just say I want to do more for you, but I can't. I'm
Exactly.
sorry. I gave you the most I could do for you.
I think that the more that you let it waver, the more you give way to like human emotions. And
Right.
feelings and how you
Emotions
feel.
got to be out of it.
But they're incapable of. I mean, they're incapable of getting their emotions out.
Right, that's
so
what
if you
they-
setting up the
yeah.
boundaries
Cut
and
it.
the laws, then they can't do that.
Right.
You got killed. I don't fuck with the police. God damn it. I don't call them for shit. It always turned out bad for me every time I did. Fuck them motherfuckers. God damn it. I'm a vigilante. God damn it. I handle shit myself.
Right.
Or I not handle it at all. Or whatever, depending on how severe or whatever it is. I don't like the fucking police, man.
And that's fine, but that's my thing though. This is what all me and Bria are saying is we have to set a limit or whatever.
Type of
But
boundary.
right, because when we start letting emotions get involved, because listen, I bet for a fact if we looked into this, that the penalties towards murderers of black women are less than the murderers of white women.
Bet money.
I bet money.
That goes without saying.
And that's bullshit. And that's why I'm saying you gotta set that limit because if we would have had because if this woman or child at the time or whatever by law, if Santoria would have killed a black man who was raping her, she wouldn't have got no goddamn 51 years. She got 51 years because the man she killed was a prominent person in the community that was a white man. And it exposed that he was raping children. Or buying children prostitutes, which is still rape. So yeah.
Well, since this is the shit that's in the media and it's plenty worse cases than this.
Hell
And
yeah.
there's plenty other bullshit. But if you is in a prominent person and you seen this story, if you as a famous person that seen this story and ain't saying free this, like they was saying free PLC, I don't think Bun B was saying that. But it shouldn't matter to you like how free and PLC was like free and too fun Bun B.
Niggas ain't shit. Let me tell you why niggas ain't shit real quick, because you just said something that made me mad. A nigga was, that's true. That's
You
what,
always
that's
say
why you
that.
doing what
Always say
you're
how it
doing.
happened.
That's why you doing what you're doing, ain't you? Listen to that. But listen,
Every
yeah, it always do end up, fuck y'all niggas. Every podcast, we think we
It
started
started off
off
with
fuck private. Yeah. So I don't want to hear nobody's mouth about how this show bash white people because we always start off trying to find a problem and why white people did it. At the end of the every show, we be like, y'all niggas ain't shit. Because let me tell you something. Niggas will wear a t-shirt or a hoodie that say free a nigga that they know for a fact shot up a baby birthday party and then get mad and stop talking to you because they like, yo, you say, oh, free my brother or whatever. And I'm like, your brother shot up a baby birthday party. Fuck your brother or whatever, right? And then they stop talking to me. That person ain't talking to me no more or whatever, right? So, but yeah. Who are you talking about? I'll tell you about it after the show. No, but then, no, I'll tell you about the show. But then, when Santoria's situation come up, that same person, I see him post on Facebook, Free Santoria. I shared that story 4 times last week. Not one nigga shared, hey man, we gotta do something about it. The first share I shared was, we must protect our black women because society hates them. The second share I shared, I said, we have to stand up for our black women. This is an injustice. Then I shared it again, just the story with the video. Then I shared it one last time and said, is anybody gonna stand up for this woman? And that was the one where the governor's thinking about doing clemency. I said, is anybody gonna stand up for this woman? Right this governor, right? And niggas, nobody responded, nobody did nothing. Zero comment. Zero comment.
This is why you can't.
My sister posted a post that said she will suck the meat off a chicken bone like she sucked a dick like she sucked the meat off a chicken bone. 47 responses. Huh? That's you niggas ain't shit. Y'all garbage. Fuck y'all. I hope Trump does this. Fuck that shit. Free this black woman who fucking went to jail for killing her rapist. No,
you too.
Real. 0 likes, 0 comments. Are we gonna stand up for this woman? 0 likes, 0 comments.
I think niggas stop following you.
No. That make it even worse because the niggas that's woke follow me still, and it's a whole bunch of niggas that follow me still, and 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 shares. But then my sister say, girl, you better watch out for your man because there's eaters out here that'll suck his dick like I sucked the meat off a chicken bone. 47 comments. Huh? You niggas ain't shit. I hope Trump change all the laws back and imprison all you niggas.
Don't say that.
Shut up. I'm tired of it.
Well, that's why
I ain't going to jail. I ain't do shit wrong.
See, he slowly came over to my
side. I'm
That's why I was like, if these niggas don't vote and we get Trump, I hope he do everything.
Every damn thing. You get the government you deserve. Yeah, you get the government you deserve. That's ridiculous.
I think that shit has to be exponentially worse for people to act.
No, I just think that niggas don't feel like certain things have to do with them directly, and so they're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah,
like that's not their situation. They're not going through.
Niggas,
that's why I wanted Trump. Niggas, presidency has a hard time affecting the average person. Mm-hmm. So if Trump just come in and fuck shit up for real, and it affect the nigga, I wanted him to put work regulations on food, on EBT. I wanted him to just
if he wasn't so busy, trying not to be impeached, he probably would. Yeah, because that was part of his agenda. He too busy trying not to be impeached.
All of that Republican bullshit I wanted him to do.
Look here, man.
That's the only way niggas is gonna kill him.
Niggas didn't go vote for Andrew Gillum because they felt obligated that they had to work for a job. And Andrew Gillum would have been the best thing to happen to black people in Florida since the old Lusty slave revolt.
And Duval County voted for him.
Yeah, here go my thing though. It's just, what are we supposed to do, man? Because what we supposed to do, man? What y'all gonna do, man? Because I'm with Tank. Now I done came all the way over to Tank on this side of things. I'm with Tank on this one. I told a nigga the other day, he talking about, oh, your vote don't count, this, that, and the other. I said, okay, well, so you ready to go kick the door? Pennsylvania Avenue? Oh, I ain't doing that. Okay, then you a victim. Yeah. Stop screaming that you a victim if you're not gonna do nothing to fix it.
I ain't tired of that victim shit.
Yeah, there's only, listen.
Yeah. I ain't no friend. I ain't gonna never want to put no friend.
I ain't no victim. So do something. Either you're gonna do something or you're not gonna do nothing. But either way, if you sit there and do nothing, there's a result. If you do something, there's a result.
There's comfort in being in still keeping your head above water and saying that you're a victim, because You're not already at the bottom. You just floating,
And that's
and
what,
you can have somebody
that's
to
what
pick
this
up for
system
your
does.
excuses.
and that's what this
Yeah,
system
yeah.
does, because you Tank just said y'all niggas gonna have to be disproportionately uncomfortable more than you are now. That's never gonna happen because the system is designed to keep you just with your nose above the water, but the rest of your body submerged. You ain't never gonna be able to pull your head all the way up.
Niggas okay with that, obviously.
Clearly.
Niggas okay with that, clearly.
How did we get here?
You know
How did we get to this point? I'm talking about on this podcast.
Oh,
I don't know.
Because we didn't start off
We're
with
talking about Kevin Hart and
Hart,
Oscar.
and
I told you we always end like this.
because we get see we done did this shit 39 times. No thanks to Bria. We done did this shit 39 times, and 39 times of us talking about all these different things, we have come to realize that it's you niggas' fault. Real talk. And when I say niggas, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about the gays, Jews, or whoever else is oppressed. Anybody that's oppressed, it's your own fault. You can fight it.
Swinging it back around to what we were talking about earlier, and how even gay people have their own voice and they're pushing their agenda. I think that we have to get out of the mindset that somebody's gonna come to our rescue. And I think that's the main thing that's wrong with niggas, is that we feel like we gotta wait for somebody else to stand up and fight for us because we don't feel like we can fight for ourselves. Nobody's gonna do that.
No.
We're looking at white people to do it, white women to do it, maybe not Jews, but other people to do it, and we just won't do it.
Oh, you said anti-Semitic. I see.
Or I am not, sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
I hate that fucking word.
And
They got a whole word for hate.
I mean, but it's a technical word.
Fuck them.
I will say though,
I don't like that they get.
I really think that's the reason why, though.
I just had a light bulb go out though, or whatever, when Bria was saying like about this white savior thing. And some niggas might not like what I say when I say this, but it's because of that Jesus shit. Here's why. And I'm not here to say it is real or fake. Because you can believe Jesus is real or not. But my point is,
I say it's bullshit.
I don't believe. But here's my point though. The reason why?
church today.
But wait, here's the other thing. Bria woke and she ain't waiting on nobody to come save her. Here's my point. That Jesus shit got y'all niggas thinking that it's gonna be a white person that comes from somewhere to save y'all just like Jesus.
Oh, snap.
Jesus, yeah, that's what it is. Y'all niggas are so deep into this Jesus shit, and they done told y'all that Jesus is the savior, Jesus is the way, and y'all see him as a white man that's gonna come save y'all, and that's what y'all waiting on. Y'all waiting on a white savior. Y'all waiting on that
The
shit.
time that we are in now. Really, you think this is the worst time ever right now?
For niggas? Hell no.
No.
Because
Hell no. But now
And I don't understand why niggas think that.
no,
is
it's
the
not.
case,
It's
because
not. It's not even close.
it's motherfucking preaching that Jesus is coming back, and he's supposed to come back during the worst time ever.
He ain't come during slavery. He ain't coming.
That's what I'm.
He ain't
Slavery
coming.
was way. I
Slavery-
understand this is systematic.
Right,
but
slavery
no,
can't even. We can
this
do
is
a
not
whole.
bad.
We can do a whole series of podcasts.
Seriously.
You were talking about that history of the Civil War. We can do a series on podcasts about the history of slavery and how fucked up it is. So if Jesus
This
ain't
ain't
come
nothing compared.
when they was dangling babies to alligators like pieces of chicken, he ain't coming out. But that I'm
Pastors
telling
have
you,
been saying that for generations, though. They keep saying that all the time.
because
everybody think that
Nobody
shit
knows.
worse.
what's
Everybody
gonna
think
be
that shit
right.
worse.
Exactly.
Everybody think that their time on earth is significant when it might not be.
It's not
We here for
significant.
70 years out of
billions. No, say
Exactly.
billions. The earth is 4.3 billion.
Human
years
life.
old.
So
Human life.
minuscule.
Hold on,
So
human life.
minuscule.
All I'm
People
saying
don't
is,
realize that.
all I'm
Everybody
saying
want to be
is,
important. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to
Everybody
wants
wanna be
somebody to
great.
care about what they
You
think.
might just be a speck on the shit. This 70 years.
At the end of the day, honestly though, everybody's opinion does not matter. I'm sorry. I
It
know
don't.
everybody likes
And
to
you don't have
say
to
that,
respect
but
everybody's
everybody's opinion does not matter. And you do not have to respect everybody's opinion. I'm my own person. If I feel like I'm homophobic or I don't believe in Christianity or I don't like transgenders or whatever is the thing in our society right now,
or Jews,
or Jews, or I don't like Jewish
but you
people.
hate them Jews.
Or I think everybody from the Middle East is a terrorist. You
Terrorist.
get what I'm saying? Who cares? Live your life. Your opinion actually does not matter in the whole of things. Because at the end of the day, you're not in power.
Well, I'll
Social
tell you.
media makes everybody think their opinion is important.
That's right. And I'll tell you what though, back to that Jesus shit real quick. I just want to point something out. So white people think that Trump was sent and ordained by God, right, to come fix America. So they went and voted for him. They did action with their thoughts or prayers or whatever, right? and they went and voted for him to do whatever he wanted to get him in the office or whatever. Now, black people feel like Trump is evil and a detriment and he the devil. But instead of doing something about it by going voting, they waiting on somebody to come fix it. Because you know how many black people I done heard say that, oh, well, Jesus is going to come and he going to work in here. There was somebody we used to work with at Bottoms Up that worked in the answer the phones. She used to say that all the time. Jesus is going to come through here. Jesus is going to come through here. And there you go. You waiting on that Savior. Yeah, exactly. Because you waiting on that Savior. We got to stop that, y'all. Y'all can believe if you want to and be religious if you want to, but we got to stop waiting on that white man to come save us, bro.
I feel like you can be religious without that aspect.
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole waiting on the white man to come save you.
And they put it
historically.
They put it in the movies and everything. They put it in the movies.
People back then, I think that's what it is. It's in the movies, it's in the shows. Everybody think that everybody back then was just pure white.
Why do you think they're trying to indoctrinate it in your mind? That way you won't take
exactly.
action. Just
that
like
is why.
12 Years a Slave. Platt was there. He was smart as
Boy, I hate that motherfucking movie.
I never watched it. I couldn't do it.
What about 12 Years a Slave? What did Platt need to get free?
Shit, walk off the whoop them two crackers' ass.
He needed a white savior.
He
really didn't need it. He didn't.
He was being carried by two rednecks.
That's it. We found it.
That's why they say like Abraham Lincoln. Oh, look, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. He's supposed to be our white savior. It's always a white savior, bro. And the reason why we always accept white saviors is because we accepted Jesus. 100. Because he
accepted their Jesus.
That's right. Damn right. Because
their version of
we're gonna wrap it up. But Dr. Umar said the Indians, they God look like them. The Asians, they God look like them. The Mexicans, they God look like them. The white man, they God look like them. We the only people in the world, African Americans, that our God don't look like us. Okay.
Well, I love Umar.
Okay. Come on. Ain't nobody else in the world.
Even though Umar be like,
he be wild.
The fact he got I don't know what y'all doing with y'all booties. It's on fire.
He be wild. But he got a point. If you go to India, who they God look like? Who Ganesh look like? He look like an Indian. If you go to China or Mongolia, the Buddha look like a Buddhist, Asian person. White people is the originators of Christianity. Jesus look white.
We gotta get
who
out
is that cracker on my arm?
Who is that cracker?
Who the fuck are you?
Niggas ain't wear them hot ass robes in Africa. We walk around with the dingo straps. You seen them shit?
Dick Swain.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Sick of this shit. She was about to say dingo strap. Speaking of strap sucking, I want to thank our intern Stephanie, #1 strap sucker. Well, she ain't even paying attention, man. She trying. She ain't paying attention because she ain't know what I said. That being said, though, man, Brothers Podcast episode number 39 in the books. Appreciate y'all listening, man, and checking us out on YouTube. If you want to hit us up, brotherspodcast@gmail.com. We also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and I post on there sometimes. But I'm doing like 600 things at once, so whatever. Ain't like y'all care. When y'all start interacting, I'll start posting more. And I guess that's a circle. I don't post enough so y'all don't interact. I don't post because y'all don't interact. So I guess that's a circle. But regardless, whatever.
I'm gonna start doing all kind of bullshit on Brothers.
Do it. Y'all niggas have in. Somebody get taken off. But y'all niggas have in. Do y'all thing. Well, let's get to these final thoughts. Tank, go first.
Hey, what we're talking about? The Oscars and shit. Salute Kevin Hart not bowing down to these motherfuckers. They always want the nigga to bow down or whatever. They hate when the nigga stand on the throne. Now they don't know what the fuck to do. They're talking about me and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy? He's still alive? This nigga had a whole routine of saying things. Well, this who y'all want to go with. Give me Google. Okay. All right, y'all fuck it up. Fuck Hollywood or whatever. I think they try to get niggas to sell out in any kind of way they can anyway. And if a nigga don't bite the bullet, then that's even better for them. Just like the rest of America. They hate goddamn masculine niggas. If you're masculine, they love, well, Don doesn't talk too much now, but he's still effeminate. So they deal with him.
I don't think Don Lemon is feminine at all.
He's an effeminate. He get fucked in the ass. He's an whatever. Yeah. All right. If you gonna be masculine and you fuck the ass, you gotta be like Mike Tyson. Get it to me, nigga.
What is going on?
You can tell Don Lemon, bitch out. Oh, nah, you gotta be Mike Tyson.
Don Lemon ain't even a bottom, bro.
I don't know what that nigga is, but
Oh my God.
his face too clean. I don't trust a nigga without bills. And he fuck a white boy. So I literally.
Well, you got me now.
Yeah, no, so I don't know what I was talking about.
We don't
But
eat.
that's my fault. Okay.
Breathe.
Right up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this whole thing with Kevin Hart is bullcrap. I really think he should have just did it anyway, just out of spite of everybody, because he has a right to his opinion just like everybody else. And I don't understand why we're dwelling on something that was a whole 10 years ago anyway, but that's my opinion.
A bunch of shit.
Watch that shit.
The 16-year-old.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
Victoria.
Yeah.
And then
Not voting there for us.
just for niggas, I think as individuals, y'all just have to get out of the mindset that somebody is going to come and save us from all of our problems. Save yourself from your problem. Save the community that you're in from the problem. We can't keep getting in this mindset that somebody else is going to do something for us, what we should already be doing for ourselves, especially after all the time that has elapsed and everything that our people have been through and all these years, everything that people before us fought for. We got to get out of that mindset. Like, we have to get back into the mindset that we have to fight for ourselves and we have to do for ourselves, period.
That's what's up. I just want to hammer home this thing again one more time about this white savior foolishness. Because if y'all niggas waiting on Jesus to come fix this shit, it ain't happening. Just like Tank said, this ain't the worst time for niggas ever. Y'all niggas we used to couldn't fish on the shoreline too far away from the village because the Dutch would come take us. And then when they come take us, they'll put us all on chains and make us walk 20 miles to the damn boat and then ship us across the ocean and then bring us over here and sell us and trade us off and split us from our family, take our religion and our language away. And then they would, the women that we meet that we want to make our wives, they would take them and fuck them in front of us. Then they'll fuck our children in front of us. Then they'll fuck us in front of our women and children. Then they'll take our babies if there was too many people on the plantation and hang them over alligators and feed them to alligators like they was raw chicken. If Jesus ain't come back when that shit was happening, he damn sure ain't coming back because y'all niggas can't get car insurance at a fair rate. He damn right. So y'all niggas need to be your own savior. Period. That being said, man, Jaguars are trash. Fuck them.
I'm going to the movie to see Creed tonight, and I'm going to wear my cracker shirt
That's
just
what's
to let
up.
them know how I feel.
Bria, what you doing tonight? Bria ain't doing nothing. I got a half a day at work tomorrow. Bottoms Up got closed. We got to reset the lights to the stage. So we going to close at 10. I've been working at Bottoms Up 10 years. We ain't never closed it. Bottoms Up been 24 hours for 10 years. We got to close that bitch down for a few hours. So I only be at Bottoms Up for half a day. So I'm about to go get drunk right now and then cry about how you niggas ain't shit. That being said, Brothers Podcast number 39. Next week is number 40. We're going to do the year in review wrap up or whatever. So we'll look back at everything that happened this year and complain about how you niggas ain't do nothing about it. So until then, all power to the people. Peace.
You can clap Stephanie.
That mean it was a good show. If Stephanie clapping, it was a good show.